Hello, and welcome to another episode of It's News to Me. I'm your host, Anna Cahill.
And I'm your host, Abby Lockwood. And today, BATV has a scoop on your top world and local news, including the recent attack on the Canadian Parliament and the BHS recent victory over the Geneva Vikings.
In world news, Canada's Parliament has resumed work after a gunman had run through Parliament's corridors before being stopped by the Sergeant-at-Arms. The gunman was shot and killed. This was the second attack on Canadian military within 3 days. On Monday, October 20th, a soldier was killed in a hit and run in Quebec. Canada has responded to these terrorist attacks, reportedly perpetrated by ISIS-inspired terrorists, by announcing its plan to join the U.S. in its airstrike campaign against ISIS militants in Iraq. However, police have yet to confirm that the latest attack had been linked to Islamic State militants. The perpetrator of the attack on Canada's Parliament was 32-year-old Michael Bibeau. He had a history of drug offenses and theft.
In national news, another man who jumped the White House fence was attacked by dogs before being arrested October 23rd. Dominic Adencia, unarmed, was stopped on a lawn near the building. This incident occurred just a month after a man armed with a knife jumped the fence and made it inside the White House, prompting the resignation of the head of the Secret Service, Julia Pearson. A spokesman for the agency said Adencia has been charged with 2 counts of assault on a police dog handler, 1 count of making threats, and 4 counts of resisting arrest and unlawful entry.
In other world news, according to BBC News, a Russian spy plane was intercepted by NATO jets over the Baltic Sea. The Russian government claimed that the plane had simply been on a training flight and was not in violation of Estonian airspace. Recently, Russia has been accused of several border violations in the region. Earlier this week, Sweden had reportedly sighted a submarine in its waters in the southern Stockholm archipelago. This submarine is assumed to have been Russian. In the month prior, Estonia had accused Russia of abducting a security official on the border. A spokesman for the Russian Defense Ministry claimed the plane had taken off from Karbrovo airfield and Kaliningrad and flew over neutral waters of the Baltic Sea.
In other national news, North Korean detainee Jeffrey Fowley was returned to the U.S. and was greeted with an emotional homecoming in Ohio. On Wednesday, October 22nd, an aircraft transporting Jeffrey Fowley landed at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, according to BBC News. Currently, the U.S. is working to secure the release of 2 other Americans, Matthew Miller and Kenneth Bay, who are still being detained in North Korea. Fowley was reportedly detained for leaving a Bible in the toilet of a restaurant in a port city of Chongjin, missionary activity being considered a crime in North Korea. However, family accounts claim Fowley was not on a mission for his church. Washington had been trying to negotiate the release of detainees, but the visits to negotiate were canceled in recent months by North Korea. And now let's head over to Bill McGrath with the Municipal Minute.
Hi, I'm Bill McGrath, and this is the Municipal Minute segment of It's News to Me on BATV. There's always a lot happening here at the city. We're going to be having an open house relating to the Main Street reconstruction project coming up in November. The Main Street reconstruction project will extend from Water Street all the way to Van Nortwick and will be a complete reconstruction including new sidewalks, parkways, and of course road surfaces. It's going to be a very exciting project. At the moment, the plan is to leave the curb lines exactly where they are because we feel we have too many valuable trees and our electric poles are in close proximity to the street as well. So ultimately you won't see any functional differences, but you'll see a great new surface. Some additional sidewalks in areas where there aren't sidewalks. It'll be safer to navigate around the area. And additionally, we're going to try to take care of the double curb that's at the corner of Batavia Avenue and Main Street, which makes it very difficult for some of our citizens to cross on that side of the street. The construction is planned for 2016, so there's plenty of time to absorb the details of this. As a Kickstarter to the project, though, we're having an open house here at City Hall on Wednesday evening, November 12th, from 5 to 7 p.m. By open house, I mean there will be several large boards around the City Hall chambers with several city staff and consultants around answering any questions that you might have about the project. There might be 2 or 3 short presentations, but I think you'll be able to really come at any time during those 2 hours and be able to get all the information you need. Additionally, we'll have that information on our website, and you can certainly call the engineering department and ask to speak to the city engineer anytime you'd like to, and there'll be more information coming out as the project planning proceeds. Leaf collection starts on Mondays according to the following schedule. Leaf collection already started on the west side as we speak, so the next available time for the west siders to put their leaves out will be on November 3rd, followed by November 17th, only if the weather permits. We have to put our snow plows on our trucks to get ready for the snow season, and so if it looks like it's going to be coming sooner than we think, we'll have to skip that November 17th pickup on the west side. So I would urge you to try to get your leaves out by November 3rd, although there are some alternatives which I'll talk about in a moment. If you live on the east side, the next leaf pickup is October 27th, and that's also followed by the November 10th final pickup, weather permitting. So again, if you live on the east side, I'd urge you to have your leaves out by October 27th. Now, there are alternatives. One of the healthiest alternatives you can do is just chop up the leaves and leave them in place, because they do have nutrients that add to the health of your turf or grass or whatever you have. Another alternative is to either mulch them and put them around your trees and bushes and garden areas, or you can just pile them on your leaves on your trees or garden areas, and that's another way to get rid of them. Finally, during the month of November, you can put leaves out in bags and tag them with landscaping stickers and put them out on your regular garbage pickup day, and Advanced Disposal will pick them up. If you are unable to get to that during November, if you put bags out in the month of December, then those leaves will be collected on your scheduled day without any stickers for that month. The caveat or the warning is that they will not pick up any leaves that are in plastic bags. They have to be in the craft paper bags. So now you have several alternatives to get rid of the leaves if that's what your desire is. The brush collection schedule is over with. Again, we do have a final citywide pickup, and that is on December 1st for both sides of town, and after that there will be no more brush pickup. You're urged to have your brush out on your parkway at the end of Sunday, actually, because they go through the city pretty quickly with the grappler trucks. Once they go through, there may not be an opportunity for them to be picked up again. Your brush cannot be mixed up with leaves, because if they are, your leaves won't be picked up, and neither will your brush. One issue that's been talked about a lot in town is our relationship with the Prairie State Generating Company, the generation facility down in southern Illinois. And the City Council voted a few weeks ago to compose a letter to the Illinois Attorney General to ask her to take a look at the the transactions that led up to that coal plant, its building, and the power that's coming out of it. The City of Batavia is a partner with Geneva and Rochelle in a power agency, which is one of the owner members. So it puts the city in a very delicate place in terms of trying to find out some information. So we feel that it might be a good idea to have somebody who's neutral, like the Attorney General, take a look at this situation that's been looked at in a couple of other states. The letter is to go before the City Council for its approval at its Committee of the Whole meeting next Tuesday, which is October 28th, and then it'll be before the full City Council for authorization on Monday, November 3rd. So, and of course the letter will be on our website, and you can reach it through checking out the agenda a few days before either of those meetings. Lastly, we have cleared away some brush and some trees from a public parking lot that's situated at the southeast corner of Wilson and South River Street. There's a lot of sculptures there on the corner. It's called the Art Stop. But a lot of people don't know that there's a public parking lot there. We plan to expand that lot in the spring when the weather gets better, but right now you'll see there's about 20 parking spaces there, and it'll make it quite convenient for people who want to use any of the businesses on Wilson or River Street. So we'll have some signage up pretty soon, and you can be looking for that. The entry and exit is off of South River Street. There is no entry or exit on Wilson Street because of the volume of traffic that's there. That's about all that we have for this week, and I invite you to tune in next week for another Municipal Minute. Thanks very much.
And now, let's head over to the board brief for the facts about the November 4th ballot.
Hi, my name is Pat Brown. I'm the Director of Buildings and Grounds for Batavia Public Schools. I am here to talk to you tonight about the Public Information Night that was held on October 14th. To see that meeting in its entirety, you can go to mybatv.com and view that entire meeting. That meeting was held to give facts to the community about the advisory question that is on the ballot for November 4th regarding the issuance of $15 million in alternative revenue bonds. I would like to talk to you a little bit about the capital improvement projects that were identified in the plan so far. They represent roughly $7.5 million of the $15 million total. These projects are projects that have been identified through life cycle modeling as needing to be completed to ensure that we have the educational spaces necessary to provide educational spaces for the students. We focus these on looking at health and life safety projects, safety and security of all of our students, and then critical components to ensure that we have learning environments suitable for the students. These projects, as I said before, are part of life cycle modeling, which is different than how is typically done with a residential home, where you may run certain components like a water heater to failure. Because of the complexity of these projects, it takes far longer to plan for a project, procure the equipment for the project, and then actually install, in many cases taking weeks and months to see a project from beginning to end. So we must be proactive in making sure that we have projects ready to roll and that we are actively pursuing the replacement based upon the manufacturer's recommendations for how long a piece of equipment will last. All of the projects that have been identified at the moment are at the end of their useful life. So we would anticipate that over without replacement that we would actually start to run into failures that would disrupt the learning environment in the buildings. For any information that you will need to make a decision on November 4th, please visit the Batavia Public Schools website at bps101.net. When you go in there, then you can click on Get the Facts, and you'll be able to download any information that we have provided so far to the board or to other bodies so that you can review what we have and make the best possible decision. Thank you.
In BHS sports news, the Bulldogs defeated the Geneva Vikings Friday, October 17th in the close 26-20 game. Both teams were undefeated in the conference. The Bulldogs' victory extended their conference winning streak to 25, while knocking off their neighborhood rivals. Congratulations on your win, Bulldogs. Now let's head over to Caitlin Gerken to talk more about the Batavia versus Geneva game and upcoming football, and then check in on the last player of the week for the 2014 football season.
I'm Caitlin Gerken here with BATV Sports. Let's relive that Geneva-Batavia game from Friday night. Geneva lines up 50 seconds into the first quarter, Santa Catarina under center, and Nick Bernabe shocks Geneva with a pick six. Bulldogs crank the volume up to 11 with that TD, 7-0 Batavia. By the way, Batavia is 5-0 when scoring first in a game. Vikings at it again here. Taramina gets the handoff but can't hold on to the ball. Bulldogs recover the fumble. Vikings with the ball now, and surprise, it's picked off. The Bulldogs run, fumble, but recover. As the first quarter winds down, Zach Garrett takes the ball into the end zone. Morgano's PAT is good. The Bulldogs have not trailed at halftime yet this season, and this game is the only halftime tie this year. In the scoreless third quarter now, Santa Catarina under center, and it's picked off again. Bulldogs try to score as the clock winds down. They take it just about as far as they can without crossing that goal line. Fourth quarter now, Bulldogs put 6 more on the board. PAT no good. But the Bulldogs don't flinch. Leanhard picks off Santa Catarina and takes it to the house. Pick 6, deja vu, PAT no good. Score now 26-20 Bulldogs. A combined 3 missed PATs by both teams in the fourth quarter results in a final score of Batavia 26, Geneva 20. Bulldogs pick it off to end the game. Piron earns his 41st victory as head coach at Batavia. Bulldogs earn their 4th consecutive victory against Geneva and walk away with the title of conference champs. Viewers, thank you for making the Geneva-Batavia football game the most viewed program in BATV history. This coming Friday night, the Bulldogs host the 3-5 Streamwood Sabres. It's the last home game of the regular season, which means it's senior night. Our broadcast starts at 7 p.m. We'll see you then. For BATV Sports, I'm Caitlin Gerken.
Yes, there's a sophomore game today, so the sophomores are, there's a freshman game today. There's a freshman game today against St. Charles East. So Coach K came here though because he didn't want to screw something up, right? We have a little tradition here, so we'll make sure we do that, and then we'll give our awards. But before I go to that, we have to say what happened. We played the Geneva Vikings last weekend and every single game at every single level did win. Mitch, could you please do your thing for the camera very quickly, please? Could you please do what you do? Here we go. Very nice, very nice. For you sophomores that don't know, he pretended he had a broom and he was sweeping. That's what he did, so that would be called a sweep. Yes. So outstanding job. Very proud of you guys at every single level. That was a really awesome Geneva week, and nice to beat them all the way across the board. Outstanding. So very proud of you, and without further ado, Coach, just come here real quick. Everybody, Coach K.
Thanks, guys. I wore my birthday suit today for the birthday, right? Oh, wait, I was kidding. Thanks, guys, appreciate it. The freshman won. Coach Serio, come on up. It was the O-lineman, Reggie, and Jared Martin. Those guys got through.
All right, this week on offense, we had a kid had a lot of huge runs. Kid made a really great cut out of the backfield and just turned it up, took a huge first down later in the game. Dana Anderson. Beast Mode, great job, buddy. Keep it up. Okay, we don't have a scout player this week. We kind of have 2 defensive players. One of these guys has really been stepping up on defense in the last few weeks and made a great play. Ripped through a block on a third down, stopped him. So huge third down stop. Jake Robinson. Also a sack. Also a sack in the game for Jake. There you go, buddy. 2 sacks. All right, this other guy, he's been playing solid all year. Another linebacker. This game, he really stepped up and he made some good plays for us. Really proud of him. I think he's going to make some good plays in the future, next couple years. Keep growing in the offseason. Had a couple of bad personal fouls, but Johnny Walsh. And now for Coach C. Coach C, everybody. Let's go. Yeah, Coach C. Happy birthday.
Starting. Okay, we got special teams. Cane and coffee. Great punts. Thanks. Thanks, John. Defensive Scout Players of the Week. Big Sal. Luke Schwarzenegger. Come on down. There you go. Where's Big Sal? No Big Sal? Where's that other kid? No?
I'm just admiring the conference championship t-shirt. You guys want to see? No, sorry, too bad. I can't show you. One guy on the team has seen them. I'm not going to tell you who. No, he hasn't. Peyton hasn't. No, he hasn't seen. There's a new design. Who saw them was, you want me to tell you who's seen them? Where is he? Where is he? I can't see. Okay, Serge. So, I am doing Defensive Scout Players of the Week, and oh, what'd you just do? Huh? Who'd you just do? Big Sal and Schwartzman? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Whatever. Offensive Scout then, JV Players of the Week. That's what I'm doing. Sorry. Fitch, where are you? Come on up. And Big Nuts, come on up. Big Nut, come on up. Both you guys. Both you guys. Congratulations, fellas. Outstanding week of practice. Also, two guys, not just for the game, but for practice, and also Fitch for what you did last week, being Mr. Temple and tearing it up over there is what I heard. Nice job. Congratulations. Nice job, everybody. All right, next. Come on up.
Boy. Hey guys, that was one of the finest defensive performances we've had. I wouldn't say in a long while because we've had some really good ones, but that was a tremendous showing by our defense. It fit perfectly into the game plan. But there are 4 guys I want to give game balls to. Actually, I'd like to give 11, but we shrunk it down. The first guy is actually in getting training. Joe Gross. Some of you guys know, I gave a lot of criticism to, and I just gave him a game ball a couple weeks ago, but his performance Friday night was awesome, particularly taking care of that strong side B gap and the powers that he was taking on. So Joe, I'll give him his in a minute. Then I've heard this thing that water covers 75% of the earth and Eddie Golden covers the other quarter. So Eddie, game ball. I don't know if it's true or not. I just heard it. Congratulations. Nice job. Do you have anything you want to say? No? Nope. No? Okay. The next guy is so valuable in many, many, many ways because he's really our coach on the field and does all kinds of different things. But he started the game off with the pick 6. And so, Bernie, come on up. Congratulations. Have anything you want to tell BATV world? Very, very humble guys we have. Very humble guys we have. So that's Joe, Eddie, and Bernie. And the last guy is a guy who he just has this sixth sense, this football sixth sense. And he had the second pick 6. And he gives a great interview, by the way. So, Josh, come on up. Josh Lehner, would you like to speak?
Nah.
And anything you want to say to football land? Josh, what were you thinking on that play when Santa Catarina looked right into your eyes, kind of with the like Davy Jones stars in his eyes? What were you thinking?
I just ran for my life.
Nobody was going to catch you. Nobody's going to catch you. So great job, guys. Coach, do you even know who Davy Jones was? Never mind.
He shouldn't. I hope he doesn't. Talking about the monkeys, Davy Jones? Oh, Lord. All right, guys. Hey, offensive game ball, a little bit unusual. Every year we count on some defensive guys to help us on the offensive side of the ball. Usually works out vice versa too, from one year to the next. Noah Frazier, as we know, has been playing both ways for 3 years now. But yeah, you're not getting a game ball. Don't get too excited. But this guy's going to get 2 game balls for this ball game. I think because of the way he's helped us offensively over the last couple of weeks as a blocker on the edge, and I think you got to give a second game ball just for the interception, the J.J. Watt type play that he made. Josh Leonard, 2 game balls this week. Good job. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good job. Here you go. All right. Coach? 2.
I have one quick story, something you guys may not know. So I coached some of you guys in youth basketball, and one year, Nick Bernabe, I just was thinking about this, was on my basketball team. And Nick had, I'm not lying, this is not made up, 30 rebounds in one game. Oh, 32, sorry. 32 rebounds in one game. Now, he did shoot 3 for 38 from the floor, and he had 6 rebounds in one of his own shots, but that's still a lot of freaking rebounds. Nice job. I remember that. Nobody wanted to play against him. He was a complete jerk on the basketball court. But anyhow, very nicely done.
Beat Canaan Coffee in one-on-one in middle school.
Oh, yes, I've heard a lot about that. I've heard a lot about that, Mitch. I've heard a lot about that. That's outstanding. Yes, he did. Frazier won it all. Frazier won it all. All right, hey, guys, let's have a great practice today. Let's go.
In other Batavia sports news, the middle school is making some headlines. BPS released a press release earlier this week which says, the Rotolo Middle School cross-country boys and girls teams cleaned the house at the Saturday, October 18th, 2014 IESA state meet. RMS girls came home with the Class 3A state championship title, and the RMS boys took the Class 3A third place title. The RMS girls cross-country team IESA Class 3A state championship win marks the first time a girls team has won a team state championship in any sport in Batavia history. At last year's IESA state meet, the Rotolo girls and boys cross-country teams both came home with a second place title.
Face your fears at the Haunted Quarry, Friday, October 24th, and Saturday, October 25th. The Batavia Park District welcomes families with kids above the age of 10 to come out for a night of scares and tears at the Haunted Quarry, located on 400 South Water Street. Tickets are $8 each, and cash will only be accepted at the gate. The event will run from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. on both Friday and Saturday. For more information, please call the Park District at 630-879-5235 or visit the park's website at bataviaparks.org.
In other local news, don't forget to attend BatFest this Saturday, October 25th. BatFest is Batavia's annual Halloween-themed family event, with events including downtown trick-or-treating, Mother's Club parade, pumpkin roll, and games for free family fun. The festival will take place from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And don't forget to take part in BATV's hosted costume contest at 12:15. Suggested hours for Halloween trick-or-treating hours will be from 4 to 8 p.m. on the 31st.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of It's News to Me. As always, most of our programming is viewable online at mybatv.com or by going to our YouTube channel at BATV 1017. Be sure to like us on Facebook and be sure to subscribe to our monthly newsletter to stay up to date on the station's happenings and to be entered for a chance to win a gift card to a local Batavia establishment. On behalf of Abby and myself, thanks for watching, and that's News to Me.
Hey, that's news to me.